Hello, welcome to New Indian Express. Today we have Miss Madhavi Latha with us, Hyderabad constituency's newly minted firebrand of BJP. Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
Ma'am, first time in politics, debut and straight contesting at Lok Sabha constituency. How is it? You have been campaigning for many days. How has been the experience?
I would say that it's definitely a debut when it comes to politics. But the way I think, the way I've been working as a social worker, and the way I've been a dynamic student and a leader from childhood, that isn't new the way I think even today. So I have not changed as a person. This is who I am. But probably politics has given an opportunity for the entire country to know who I am. And I'm looking at it as very interesting, very sportive, and also a great opportunity to really change a Lok Sabha constituency, which is truly so backward, even after 75 years of independence. And being so close to the capital city of Telangana, which is so famous for its IT and other developments. It's very unfortunate.
Yeah, regarding that only, that you're saying it's so backward. So some of the issues you want to highlight, which you think that the previous MIM candidate, MIM four-time parliamentarian has not been able to solve, Asaduddin Owaisi?
See, unfortunately, every constituency goes towards the direction of development. Fortunately, every constituency over a period of time moves towards the development. Okay. If any constituency is underdeveloped or not developed, either it has to be a tribal area, has to be on some kind of a major mountains surrounded by.
Yeah.
Either there should be no communication or transportation, roads, rails, whatever it is. Or should be a very, very remote village thrown off from the capital city.
Some kind of hamlet.
Exactly. But have you ever heard of a constituency being very, 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 very close in the heart of the capital city of a state like Telangana, where 40% of IT jobs are grabbed from at the national level by the state, where the entire tax paid is close to very high when compared to rest of the states, and which has a phenomenal history of a lot of monuments here and well-educated people here. Medical hub is here. Biotechnology is very big here. Manufacturing of medicines is very high here. In spite of all this, is it not an atrocity that a Lok Sabha parliament with the same name called Hyderabad Lok Sabha parliament is so backward that the cost of its land is 8 times less than what the cost of the land is in other constituencies, which are far away from it just by 40 feet road.
Recently, I did a ground report on the things you are pointing out. There were several residents who also pointed out that poor infra, lack of employment, dearth of many other opportunities.
There's no water facility.
Congestion, drinking water, unhygienist. A lot of things they pointed out. But despite that, most of them still had a fan following, what I noted and pointed out in my report, had a support for the incumbent legislator there, Mr. Owaisi. How do you plan to defeat that?
See, the only reason is when you go to them with a camera, they can never let you know what is the truth.
Yeah.
Because the winning reason here is fear factor. Do you think, is it possible to encroach 13,000 acres of land?
That's a huge number.
Out of 15,000 acres of work board land. Is it possible?
You are saying that that has been encroached by the
I would say only one
regime.
thing. I would say only one thing. The opposition party is a Muslim party. He has 7 MLAs under him. He himself is an MP.
Right.
He says A is the great Messiah or Messiah of Muslims. So he needs to be the protector of their lands also. The religious lands, the Waqf lands. Without his participation, how can 12,000 acres can be encroached out of 15,000 acres? Then what is he doing? Even if he's silent, it is wrong. Then he's incapable. Or if he has participated to get that. Now tell me, how can he be savior of anybody? A person who can help a system to encroach just this, I'm talking just in Hyderabad. Just in Hyderabad place. If you take entire Telangana, the total acreage is 77,000 acreages. And the encroached area is 55,000 acres.
So I would like to ask, like many people would ask, what is the basis of these numbers you are bringing up?
I can just get you a paper after this interview, which you can post in your interview. It has been given by Telangana State Waqf Board. I am nobody. Sir, I am nobody. I don't talk anything which is not been put on a paper as a data by the departments which have the authority to do this. It's been told and written and published by State Waqf Board itself. Now you tell me, can a small voter would dare to tell you anything on a camera? In a piece of land where their own properties have been encroached and the social activists who have tried to bring it out have been put behind bars. They have not gone back even burning, stabbing. You expect that small little common man on a street to come and tell you the moment you put camera, I'm going to vote her, I'm not going to vote MIM.
You suggest some kind of fear prevails all over.
Not some kind of, all kinds of fear prevails, because I have seen that in many areas that where I went into those Pasmanda Muslim areas to go for a campaign, the moment I returned back, their people, AIMIM people, the goons go there. They frighten the people there. Now you tell me, is this the democracy? Our constituency is the 5th constituency in the country on highest rate of minority booths. And there's always complaints being lodged that these minority booths do phenomenal rigging. There's a lot of, messed up situations there. A lot of men come in burqas. There are small little kids come in burqas. They don't open their face veils. And police here locally supports them. There have been hundreds of complaints lodged. Openly we are saying that they work with the BRS government. We openly see they work with Congress government. In spite of any number of complaints lodged, there's nobody to bring justice. And you expect a simple common man to say openly when his face is being recorded. Why recently I went to they have misused that also and viraled very badly. They trolled on me in a wrong way. There was a Muslim lady who was looking at when I was talking to her, she was saying, Amma, we have so many problems here. And I said, we'll look into it, we'll help you in that. There was a cameraman who was focusing at her. The moment she saw that, she got scared. Till then she was talking to me very nicely. She said, no. Then she wanted to just take away her hand and get inside. That's when I was saying, cameraman, please don't do it. They're scared.
Coming from the camera only, this is one, and the other one, the more famous one, is that imaginary arrow controversy that erupted. Mr. Owaisi has been speaking at large about it, that it was not an attack on just the mosque, but at Hyderabad and its peace. You have raised on social media as well as in public your apology. What do you have to say about it?
See, a man who has no manifesto. Did you in 40 years hear about the manifesto of Asaduddin? Asaduddin manifesto would be eat beef, काटो beef, बाण चला दिए, जो बाण है ही नहीं वहां पर. आज भी हनुमान जयंती है था साहब, सामने हनुमान जी थे ऐसा, हम ऐसे भी तीर चलाए. इसका मतलब है हनुमान जी के ऊपर तीर चला रहे थे. ऊपर बैंक था, तो आपका मतलब है बैंक के ऊपर तीर चला रहे. अरे यार, तीर का मतलब होता है प्यार का तीर होता है, अमन का तीर होता है, अभिवृद्धि का तीर होता है. बताइए राम जी कब कब बाण चलाए? लोगों को बचाने के लिए तो तीर चलाए थे ना, सब हवा में तीर चला रहे थे. और जो वीडियो अगर हमने अपने इंस्टाग्राम में, फेसबुक में रखकर ये समझाने की कोशिश करेंगे लोगों को कि देखो भाई हम मस्जिद पे चलाना चाह रहे हैं, that we are trying to put the tir on the masjid, then you can say that look at the deliberate act of ours. I was putting it somewhere, an imaginary thing on a festive day, putting it somewhere. Now I'll tell you one thing. Logically, let's ask ourselves one question. In the entire Hyderabad old city, there will be hundreds of masjids. In the entire country, the maximum number of masjids are there only in Hyderabad constituency. Every another few feet of distance, you have a masjid. So what I should do now? Even my best interest, my friendly interest would be misunderstood. In his entire speech, did he have anything strong to talk about but for beef and the tir? As a parliamentarian for the 40 years, doesn't he have any development things to talk about? Look at his capability. Is he who the parliamentarian? That is his standard as a barrister. It shocks me. It shocks me.
You have touched development. What is your vision for the constituency, which you says that has been suffering the most? You are vocal about your right to neighborhood policy a lot. You just mentioned it.
Yeah, right to neighborhood parity.
Parity.
Right. Yeah. See, I've been very clear about the right to neighborhood parity. I think once we say right to neighborhood parity, that means the equality, the same status, the same development, the same progress as what we want to bring in that constituency, that the adjacent constituencies like Malkajgiri, Secunderabad, Chevella are all enjoying. Because our constituencies are deprived of that development. In one phrase, why I put it into right to neighborhood parity is, what do they have? They have dirty streets. They have garbage all over. There is a drainage overflowing. There is drainage water mixing into sewage water. The drinking water comes in a black color.
There are shops under each and every house. Like there is no lane where there are no shops.
If you get into the lanes, the lane will not be even more than 2 feet. Have you ever seen with a 2 feet lane and right and left houses in a mega city like Hyderabad? But you will see in our constituency.
But that is the livelihood of people as well.
No, I'm not talking about shops alone. There are lanes where there are no shops, just houses. And these houses would be the size of 7 by 5, 7 by 6. I mean 7 feet by 8 feet, 7 feet by 6 feet. And these are houses with tin sheets on top. And the house and house, you will have a distance of 2 feet to walk. And whenever it rains, the water comes into the houses. The drainage overflows every time. And whenever the local state government has to make money, it will start digging the roads. Roads are digged often. Problems are never solved. The drainage that they remove, which get clogs, they just keep it just beside the drainage manhole. And it falls back into that. People walk onto that. Is this life standards of people to be lived in a mega city, in a metropolitan city?
But elected to power, you will still have to deal with the MLAs.
State government.
Yeah.
Yes. I know I have to deal with the state government. It doesn't really matter to me. I am going to deal with the state government also.
And over there with the MIM MLAs, which are not even...
How does it matter? Where there is a will, there is a way. I don't care. I don't care anybody till they are not friendly to my people. I don't care anybody if they are not friendly to the development of my constituency. I would go to any extent to bring justice to my constituency.
A major demand among the locals is they are excited about the metro part. How do you see it, the old city and the announcement of metro?
The metro, fortunately or unfortunately, has not been given till date. Just before elections, now that BJP has given a very strong candidate, now they think that if they don't announce metro, it's very difficult. But the portion of metro here is they're only trying to put metros in those big streets only. And we need to understand this, while they're doing this, they're also protecting the AIMIM properties. They're not doing justice in putting it on the right calculation of dividing the road.
Some of it will go in redevelopment.
No, if they try to put it as per the rules, as per the best way to be erected as a metro rail, the pillars, they will be losing many AIMIM associates buildings, for which the local Telangana government and GHMC has even compromised to bring pillars over temples also and demolish 200, 300 old year temples just to protect AIMIM associates properties. Why am I so clear on this? Because I myself sat on a dharna for this. Malakpet, pillar number 16, Chanchalguda jail, flyover. This is how they are.
So you are suggesting that's why the MIM is holding back the project in a way?
MIM, it's not MIM. The metro rail project, what I'm saying is, wherever the metro pillars are being put, they are being put in a way to protect AIMIM's buildings. And for that, they don't even go back in demolishing Hindu houses or in demolishing temples also. If this is the justice that they want to give, I don't know how they want to take forward this constituency friendly. सबका साथ सबका विकास तभी होगा जब आप सबके साथ न्याय करोगे. When you do justice with everybody equally.
You have been very vocal about this bogus votes also. A lot of bogus vote prevails in the old city, you say. But Mr. Owaisi, while countering it, he asserted that he does not head ECI, or neither he has any role to play in it. Plus, he added that it's an insult. Such statements are kind of an insult to OBC, SC, and Muslim voters, as well as Dalit voters.
So he has already accepted that these bogus votes are being done only by them. See, we all need to understand that it is neither OBC, nor Dalits, nor Muslims. How have you made your electoral card? If I can ask you. Do you have an electoral card?
Of course, yes.
How did you do it?
Through the relevant process.
What is that?
Office, nearby electoral office, giving my documents, submitting them.
Yes. And do you also know that the party people go to residences in helping them to get their electoral card registered to you? There's a process like this.
Party people help?
You are unaware of that. Okay, then let me tell you. The party people also go to the residences.
I mean, I've heard about it.
Yes, they educate them and they help in uploading the electoral data, their voter ID information, get it registered. Once it gets registered, the voter card comes and the party agent keeps distributing. They go to door to door and distribute. I have never said the voter does it. The agent does it.
Agent deployed by?
Why would I go or a BJP party member go to make duplicate Muslim votes?
The signal is crystal clear here.
Why would we do it?
But
he thinks it's very smart. But let me tell you, a man who never talks about the atrocities of his own religion. A man who never wants to talk about the Waqf board lands that have been grabbed or encroached. The man whose entire big team is also part of Waqf board committee. A man whose people sit in Muslim graveyards and get them demolished. A man who never respects the instant triple talaq to be removed, to really wipe the tears of those poor Muslim women. Now tell me, what would such man even talk about? He would only talk about on basis on the things which have no value or which have no ground reality.
There are reports now that GHMC has deleted. I'll just take a little bit time of yours. There are many reports that GHMC has deleted over 5.5 lakh of votes now.
Out of 14 constituencies.
And you have expressed your concerns about it.
Yes.
What is it about that? Earlier you were only asking through the process, you had lodged the complaint in ECI and you told me also as well that it should come to the GHMC and then it should get deleted. Now why are you opposing it?
I am not opposed to deleting of the votes. When did I say opposed to deleting of votes?
You have raised your concerns, I mean. In some
not to delete her?
No, over the deletion only.
No, what I am saying is till April 25th, the final voter list doesn't come. I would not really know because a deleted list also will come to us. Till then, how can I even say that how many votes have been really deleted truthfully? Because I'll tell you one thing. Ultimately, who should delete this? The state government, GHMC. Yes, for a period of time, the state government works under EC. But before elections, it works for whom? After election, it works for whom? If ECI can understand this, I'm sure the justice would be done to us. Because ECI at Delhi, whether it sits to understand truthfully the GHMC here has deleted or not the votes. If ECI ever would want to put a team, sit to understand the exactly number of votes deleted versus the material and the data that we have produced to them is matching or not. Yes. Till then, for this 1.5 month or 1 month period, even if the GHMC and the local police, whoever works under ECI, will not do justice. The problem is not about ECI. The problem is about the dependency of ECI on the local team who for a short period work under ECI. Now ECI has to understand that the loyalties still stand for the local government only by these people, because after this month, they again have to work under the local government control. So they will never be loyal to ECI.
Last two questions. Who is Madhavi Latha beyond the politics? Who was she before entering BJP?
She is an MA Political Science distinction student who knows dance, classical dance, who has been an NCC cadet, participated in Rajpath March, who is also a small little singer, who is a philosophical person, who is an entrepreneur, who is also a social worker, and was a mother of 3 kids, who had got education of there at home, where she takes the pride to tell the first 2 children in IIT Chennai, and also wife of an entrepreneur who himself is an IITian. What else do you want?
Why BJP?
Why shouldn't be BJP? That's it. For your why BJP, my answer is why shouldn't be BJP? You have an answer for that? As simple as that.
Why should Muslim community, which dominates most of the region, which is known in Old City, vote for you?
Because they have to move on beyond the name Muslim and Hindu. Because they need to know that they are first Bharatiya. They first belong to this country. And then they belong to the state. Then they belong to the Hyderabad Lok Sabha Parliament constituency. And then they are a male or a female. And then they are a Muslim or a Hindu. To be a Muslim or a Hindu is a very personal matter. A personal matter shouldn't interfere into the country's development or the constituency development. When you vote somebody, you shouldn't be voting because he's a Hindu or a Muslim or a Sikh or a Christian or a Jain or a Baudh. You should vote because will they be truthfully taking care of my development in this country? Can I trust them even midst of my sleep? Are my children in the safe hands? Is the future of this country on mine in the safe hands? If that every individual of my constituency starts thinking, then it's no more about Hindu Muslim. It's about sabka saath, sabka vikas and sabka vishwas and sabka prayas.
So my last question is this only. You mentioned development. Please share a little broader perspective of your development, the vision.
We need to bring a lot of schools in 7 assembly constituencies because the private schools are eating away the hard-earned money of a lot of poor people. The second thing is they have a very, very, very bad health facility. They don't have basti health clinics where they can really trust, and it can be an affordable price or if possible at free of cost. The third is a terrible and very pathetic roads, connectivity and drainage system and water facility. Fourth, the old and who are dependent and who have nobody to take care. Their health, their pensions and their financial conditions. Youth who are highly uneducated in by number. They need job employment facilities, or we need to help them under Swavalamban Bharat. They need to be given some kind of an art or skill, help them to stand up by themselves. Women who are absolutely uneducated. When you say uneducated, they're educated by 4th or 5th classes. That's it. The huge families. They need to be made independent. Girl child. The girl child shouldn't get early marriage done. They get married very early there, especially the Muslim community. We need to protect that girl child. We need to bring industries here. We need to make it a safe place where no more this constituency is identified as a communal right constituency. I want to bring up peace here. I want to show the entire country that you can come here and invest in our constituency also. I want to make it a developed a constituency which can look forward for development at international level also. Encouraging a lot of international companies to come forward to establish their industries and companies here. I want wonderful food streets to come here because this is the only constituency where you have Rajasthanis, you have Gujaratis, Marathas, UP, Bihar, Bengalis, Kannadigas, Tamilians.
It's a blend of culture.
It's a blend of almost the entire small Bharat is here. Imagine a food streets here with color, lit with a lot of colors and lights, and you have those food streets happening. Such a beautiful cultural center it is. We make luck bangles here, and those luck bangles are made by a lot of Muslim women. They lose their eyes also because of that. The technology has not gone forward. There's no protection for their eyes. And there is the pearl city of the entire country, this is. In fact, the jewelry that is made here and the diamonds merchandise that happens here, it's very, very, very high. So we also would want to have a jewelry and a diamond center that's done something like our Modi Bai in Surat. So we would want to have something like that also in Hyderabad Lok Sabha Parliament constituency. We would want to encourage all Bengali Sunar cars. We would want to encourage all Marwadis and all Sonkar families. That is the goldsmith families of all Rajasthan, Bengali, Gujarat, all kind of, state goldsmiths we would want to encourage. There's a lot of artisans here. Zardozi works are here. We have a lot coming from, Nizam background families. We have a lot of people coming from Bihar, like Patna, all those areas who are very good at It's a pride for me to stand up for the beauty, for the culture, for the tourism, for the traditions. We want the traditions to be uplifted. We want the culture to be uplifted.
A lot of clay idol workers, they live in
Yes,
Tamil,
yes, yes. You call it Kummarivadi, Kammarvadi. These are the places where they do a lot of these pottery works and all these things. So that's what I am saying. It is a mine of culture. It's a mine of history. It's a mine for tourism. It's a mine for monuments. I would want to protect it. I would want to show the country that we are proud and we take the pride for being part of Hyderabad Old City constituency.
Most of them are really worried that now the government has ordered that they make it from POP, the Ganesha idol, but the government now is shifting towards the clay idol sort.
Well, that's not a big really issue to me, because when we give us new change, there will be fear among these people. But what is important is, immediately after the elections, I would call for a meeting with all these people, explain them and help them, because they have a great art in their hand. It's just that we need to give the next level of skill development and, the kind of hunar we say, the kind of talent we need to pump into them. How do they shift from POP to clay? The same people can shift. So whatever the financial help we need to give them, how to get them the raw material, procuring of raw material, give them the talent of making it in that. They already have the skill in their hand. It's just a small change. You help them. You tell them you are with you. You tell them we will stand for you. How big difficult is it for a human being to really learn something? And we have learned to send your rockets, the satellites up. It's a big difficult for a Ganesh maker to shift from a material A to material B. But who stands for them is important. Who says, I'm there for you, I'm going to stand up for you. That all matters.
Thank you. I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
That was Madhavi Latha with us for New Indian Express.